I think most men and young women truly misunderstand what it actually means to be a Proverbs 31 woman. Oftentimes, you might see on social media, or you might be in conversation with a woman. If you're a young man, you might be in conversation with a young woman, and sometimes the title gets thrown out. I'm a P31, or you might see it on social media. A woman trying to flaunt that, or they might have that in their Instagram bio like it's a badge of honor, without truly understanding and interpreting what it actually means to be a Proverbs 31 woman. A lot of times people think about external factors like beauty, right? You know what I mean? I think as men, we're physical creatures. So sometimes when we go after a woman, we're looking solely at the physical instead of the fullness of who she actually is at her core, which is dangerous. It's a huge detriment to our community, because oftentimes we get into these relationships with women who are just physically attractive, but their soul is not beautiful. Their personality is terrible. Their character is horrible. So I'm really wanting to unpack the description of an actual Proverbs 31 woman. And when you're out here dating, or you're courting somebody, or you're seeking a woman for marriage, these are the things that you actually really need to pay attention to. And when you actually read the chapter, I'm just referencing some notes, y'all. You're discovering a woman who's leading in her household in her own right. She's building. She's entrepreneurial minded. She's creating. She's investing. But more importantly, she's a steward, and she's bringing life to everyone literally around her. So let's really dive in. Here are 5 qualities that men should look for and analyze based off of the Proverbs 31 woman when it just comes to dating, marrying, whatever the case may be. She loves the Lord. That's one. That's her foundation. That fuels and drives everything that she's doing in her life. Everything starts there. It's not her beauty. It's not her success. It's not the status that she might be constantly trying to attain or deem herself worthy from her career or external factors that, don't really matter. Oftentimes we see in today's world, my experience, I've talked to a lot of women that are so focused solely on trying to climb the corporate ladder, because the feminist movement has taught women that that's where their worth and their value comes from. They do that in order to seem worthy in the eyes, I guess, of society. I'm not sure exactly what it is. I believe that women that are constantly trying to attain the next thing will never be fulfilled, because they think that fulfillment is going to come from the money. They think that the fulfillment is going to come from them climbing the corporate ladder. But truthfully, you can do whatever you want, but I feel like that is a detriment to the family structure, because what the workforce and corporate does, it makes women have to be more masculine, and it demasculates a man. You know what I mean? So it doesn't come from her beauty. It doesn't come from her success. It doesn't come from her status. Scripture even tells us that charm is deceptive and beauty is fleeting, but a woman who loves the Lord is to be praised. Her relationship with God truly becomes the foundation for every other area of her life. Number 2, she's a faithful steward. Literally, she stewards everything that she touches, and the people around her, she stewards them properly. This is probably my favorite, because a Proverb 31's woman is a steward. God can trust her with the things that he's granted her with, her gifts, her husband, her children, whatever it is that she touches. She is a great steward of those things. She manages what's given to her very well. Her finances. She turns that house into a home. Her time. Her relationships. Literally whatever God is going to place in that woman's hand, she stewards it. She makes it better. She doubles it. She triples it. You know what I mean? Like, she just does wonders with the things in her hands. That is what stewardship is. Taking great care of the things that God has blessed you with. 3, the people around her experience her fruit. You can always tell the health of a tree by the fruit it produces. Just being honest. The people around a Proverbs 31 woman become extremely better. Their life changes in so many different ways. And the people that are attached to her receive favor from the fruit and her stewardship. Straight up. That's just what it is. The verse talks about how her husband, her family receives favor from the things that she does. Her children rise up and call her blessed. Her husband is strengthened from her fruit, from her work. Her friends experience wisdom and can learn from this woman. She creates environments where everybody can flourish. Because healthy people reproduce health. That is the beauty of a Proverbs 31 woman, y'all. Everybody attached, associated with her, experiences the goodness of the Lord. 4, she builds kingdoms, not just homes. The Proverbs 31 woman, she is entrepreneurial minded. She buys and invests in real estate. She stewards and maintains and cares for a vineyard. She trades. She creates. She provides. This is a woman of wisdom. This is a conduit from the spiritual to the physical realm. She is a creator. She is an entrepreneur. If she's not an entrepreneur, she's entrepreneurial minded. She thinks in systems. She understands what it means to build something, to bring something into creation. She's thinking about legacy. She's thinking about building things that outlive her for her future family and her kids' one day. Literally interpret and meditate on Proverbs 31, and you will see everything that I'm explaining, and you will understand the fullness of a woman. Women are fire, y'all. Women are beautiful. And the Proverbs 31 is a prime example of the fullness that women bring to the world. Women can bring to your life. Women can bring to the kingdom that you're trying to build for you and your family, young man. 5, her husband experiences favor because of who she is. Oh man, that's powerful, yo. That's powerful. I think that's one of the most overlooked verses in this specific chapter. Her husband is known in the gates when he sits among the elders of the land. Notice, it doesn't say she's only blessed. It says the husband also receives favor and is blessed because of the woman that she is. Her presence literally elevates the room she's in. She's vibrant. She has that charisma. She lights up a room. She is the light of this world. Like scripture tells us, we are the light of this world. Your wife, your woman, should light up the rooms that she enters. She should be the light to your darkness, truthfully. The people she loves become stronger. A godly woman doesn't just change her own life, y'all. She becomes a blessing to the entire family. She becomes an entire blessing to the entire family as well as your community. The Proverbs 31 woman isn't just a good wife. She is a builder. She is a nurturer. She is somebody that stewards. She is a realtor. She is entrepreneurial minded. She is a creator. And she is just one of God's greatest gifts to humanity. She's someone God can trust. And that's why the Proverbs 31 woman is such a beautiful thing. She's such a beautiful being. She's such a beautiful person. She's literally a gift to the world. And when I really had the opportunity to sit with this scripture, to unpack what a Proverbs 31 woman actually is, it changed the game for how I look at women, but it also reassured me. Because I tell myself all the time, I don't just want somebody that looks good. I want somebody that I can be inspired by. Somebody that thinks like a builder. Somebody that understands creating something. You know what I mean? And that is literally what a Proverbs 31 woman is. Beauty is fleeting. Don't fall victim to just solely looks. Look at the fullness of this woman and what she brings to the world Look at how she treats the people around her. Look at how the people around her benefit from her obedience. Look at the love that she freely gives. Look at how other people gravitate to her light and how they respond to that as well. These are the things that we have to start looking for in our women. We can't solely just go off of the physical. We truly have to go at who it is that they are internally, at their core, at the spirit. It could be dangerous because men are physical creatures. We need to see certain things that appease our eyes. But don't get so fixated on the physical that you neglect the spirit and who they are truly at their core, the fullness of that woman. I hope this video helps somebody that's just on their journey of wanting to find a wife, wanting to find a partner, or you're just dating. These are certain 5 key things that you could be analyzing in women based off of biblical wisdom. If this video you found it helpful, I ask that you like, comment, subscribe, and share it with a friend.